Hello and welcome to the topic bone marrow failure in the hematology module. By the end of this topic, you should be able to define bone marrow failure, explain the pathophysiology of bone marrow failure, outline the causes and classification of bone marrow failure, describe the clinical manifestations and investigations done for bone marrow failure, discuss the principles of management, and finally discuss the complications and prognosis of bone marrow failure. Let's get started. Bone marrow failure is a disorder of the hematopoietic stem cell that can involve either one cell line or all the cell lines. It is characterized by pancytopenia or single cytopenia due to failure of bone marrow to produce the blood cells. Hematopoiesis is the production of all the cellular components of blood and blood plasma. It occurs within the hematopoietic system, which includes organs and tissues such as bone marrow, liver, and spleen. The rate of hematopoiesis depends on the body's needs. The body continually manufactures new blood cells to replace old ones. The process of hematopoiesis begins with an unspecialized stem cell. This stem cell multiplies and some of these new cells transform into precursor cells. The immature cells soon divide and mature into blood components such as red and white blood cells or platelets. This picture shows the hematopoietic cell lines. When it comes to the causes of bone marrow failure, we can see it's divided into two, which is inherited and acquired. Let's take a look at the pathophysiology of the inherited bone marrow disease. One of them is due to the mutations in genes coding for DNA damage repair proteins. This causes genomic instability. When the genes are mutated, the cross-links remain unrepaired. When they are exposed upon strand separation during cell replication, the chromosomes break and form massive aneuploidy, which affects stem cell production. This is the case with Fanconi anemia, which is inherited in autosomal recessive or X-linked fashion. Another cause of inherited bone marrow diseases is there are mutation in genes responsible for encoding protein and RNA, which are involved in telomere maintenance. This causes telomerase defects. Defects in telomerase result in short telomeres, leading to premature hematopoietic stem cell exhaustion and marrow aplasia, which disrupts hematopoiesis. This is the case with dyskeratosis congenita, which is inherited in X-linked recessive, autosomal dominant or autosomal recessive manner. Now let's take a look at the acquired bone marrow disease. Aplastic anemia is an acquired bone marrow disorder. Direct chromosomal damage due to free radical formation in the presence of ionizing radiation and chemical use such as benzene will lead to the premature death of hematogenic progenitor cells, which causes bone marrow failure. Certain infections such as parvovirus infection, usage of drugs such as carbamazepine, quinine, or the presence of an autoimmune disorder is known to affect the T cells. There are inappropriate activation of the T cells, which result in an immune attack on the bone marrow, affecting the hematogenic and progenitor cells. Now, there are several causes of bone marrow failure. The causes, as mentioned earlier, can be divided into autoimmune, chemicals, dose-dependent drugs, idiosyncratic, hereditary, infections, radiation, idiopathic, and miscellaneous causes. Autoimmune causes include SLE and antibody-induced bone marrow failure. Chemicals such as benzene, lindane, and toluene may cause bone marrow failure. Dose-dependent drugs that cause this disorder include alkylating agents such as carboplatins, antimetabolites, example methotrexate, idiosyncratic drugs, for example antiepileptics such as carbamazepine, antithyroids such as propylthiouracil, and NSAIDs may also cause bone marrow failure. Hereditary causes include dyskeratosis congenita and Fanconi anemia. Infections such as cytomegalovirus, HIV, and seronegative hepatitis infections are the possible causes of bone marrow failure. Miscellaneous causes include starvation, hypopituitarism, and thymoma. Radiation by accident and high total body radiation increase the risk of bone marrow failure. Lastly, idiopathic cause such as acquired stem cell defects also is a factor that contributes to bone marrow failure. Now, bone marrow failure can be classified into inherited and acquired. Inherited bone marrow failure includes Fanconi anemia and dyskeratosis congenita. Acquired causes of bone marrow failure include aplastic anemia. Let's discuss the clinical manifestations of bone marrow failure. We can classify the symptoms into symptoms affecting three different lineages of blood cells. First, symptoms that due to low erythrocytes or red blood cells include all the symptoms of anemia, which are shortness of breath, fatigue, and loss of appetite. When leukocytes are too low, fever may occur. Symptoms that are caused by low platelets are easy bruising, menorrhagia in adolescents and grown women, as well as epistaxis. The important signs that we notice when performing physical exam on patients with bone marrow failure include pallor and cachexia. Patients usually do not have lymphadenopathy or splenomegaly. Signs that indicate platelet deficiency such as petechia and anemic signs such as mucosal pallor may be noticed. Cafe au lait spots, short stature, thumb and radial abnormalities, hypogonadism are signs that are associated with Fanconi anemia. Dyskeratosis congenita patients may have maldentition, alopecia, and dystrophic nails. And there are a few investigations we can order in order to diagnose bone marrow failure and to find out the cause. There are invasive and non-invasive investigations. The non-invasive tests include full blood count, peripheral blood count, and a flow FISH test. Full blood count can be ordered to identify the presence of pancytopenia. A peripheral blood smear is done to distinguish aplasia and infiltrative causes. The epoxybutane test or DEB test can be done to diagnose Fanconi anemia, and dyskeratosis congenita can be screened by performing flow fluorescence in situ hybridization or FISH. Invasive tests such as bone marrow studies and refined biopsy are done to confirm the diagnosis and to get more information for the treatment as well as prognosis. Bone marrow studies can provide information to definitely diagnose bone marrow failure, and status of precursor cells of each cell line can be examined. Refined biopsy is done to study bone marrow architecture. Other imaging investigations can also be done for patients with suspected bone marrow failure. A KUB ultrasound in Fanconi anemia can check for structural renal abnormalities. X-ray of the forearm and hand in Fanconi anemia can examine skeletal deformity of the thumb and the radius. An echocardiogram can help to assess the level of function in chronically anemic patients. The investigations are used to monitor treatment response and prognosis are full blood count, peripheral blood smears, and bone marrow aspiration. Now let's discuss the management of bone marrow failure. In patients with bone marrow failures, the resulting cytopenias can lead to life-threatening symptoms. The goal of treatment is to prevent deterioration of the patient and to provide supportive management. Immunosuppressive therapy is advised in immune-mediated diseases. Androgens are helpful to trigger the hematopoietic cycle to be more responsive. In all patients, blood transfusions are needed, especially among severely anemic patients. Transfusion reactions such as anaphylaxis must be looked at when providing patients with blood transfusion. Necessary antibiotics should be prescribed to prevent infection. Different regimen of antibiotics should be considered if patient has allergy to the medications. Immunosuppressive agents have to be given to patients who are diagnosed with immune-mediated bone marrow suppression. The side effects of these immunosuppressive agents include serum sickness, hypertension, gum hypertrophy, and peripheral neuropathy. Androgens can be offered to transplant contraindicated patients, especially those with inherited bone marrow failure, to push the stem cells to become more responsive. The side effects include masculinization, acne, premature closure of epiphysis, and hepatic toxicity. Invasive procedures such as a hematopoietic stem cell transplant or HSCT is the mainstay of treatment for patients with bone marrow failure. This procedure is a replacement of the abnormally functioning bone marrow with healthy cells. However, this procedure is contraindicated in patients with inherited bone marrow failure. Now, let's take a look at the complications. The complications of bone marrow failure include severe uncontrolled bleeding due to severely low platelet and severe uncontrolled infections, secondary to extremely low leukocyte counts. Graft rejection may be the acute complication of stem cell transplant. The chronic complications include anemic heart failure, side effects of immunosuppressive therapy, pulmonary fibrosis in dyskeratosis congenita, malignancies such as myeloproliferative disorders, squamous cell carcinomas, and lymphoproliferative disorders. The survival in inherited bone marrow failure patients depend largely on the age at the time of transplant, disease severity, and response to initial therapy. In general, patients with acquired bone marrow failure have better prognosis than those who have inherited bone marrow failure. So in short, bone marrow failure is a disorder affecting the hematopoiesis in the bone marrow. The pathophysiology of bone marrow failure includes the destruction of hematopoietic stem cells as a result of injury by drugs, chemicals, radiation, viruses, or autoimmune mechanisms. The disease can be caused by drug use, environmental exposure to toxic substances. Clinical manifestation of the disease can be broken down into symptoms specific to anemia, which is pallor, shortness of breath and fatigue, symptoms of neutropenia such as fevers and infections, and symptoms of thrombocytopenia such as menorrhagia, bleeding, and bruising. Full blood count is done to identify the affected line of stem cells. Bone marrow biopsy is used to confirm the diagnosis. Other investigations are done to assess the severity of the involvement of other systems. The mainstay of treatment in acquired bone marrow failure is hematopoietic stem cell transplant. In patients with inherited bone marrow failure, stem cell transplant is contraindicated and are treated with androgens. Supportive therapy is also given in the form of blood transfusion. We have come to the end of this topic. Thank you.